week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of America into society. I want to start off giving all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to apostles and elders and GM master brothers that sincerely doing this work. And a few sisters start listening and learning and being obedient to their husbands. I'm back again, man, touching on this, this Kendra Scott and this Romeo, I think it's Mark, whatever his name, Martin. I hear him when he said, and how she's wrong as hell for murdering this young man. She's wrong, ain't no justifying it, and she should have checked her daughter if she don't want her daughter whoring around, and sleeping with other men at her age, because she's on what 13. So if you didn't want that to happen, you should have been checking. But first of all, it wasn't no father in the home. That's first and foremost. It was never a father in the home. So without a father and a mother raised in the home, right? Because a lot of mothers, they destroy the home anyway, and this is why a lot of these females or these young men, these young males become murderers or become whores. It's because of their mother. Because what it says, like 70% of children are raised in single mother homes. And what happened? They ended up turning into degenerates. And look what they do. And then you get upset and want to hurt the young man, or when something happened to your son, now you want to act like he was the goody two shoes of the world. He was never bad, nothing was wrong. But y'all the one who raised these monsters, and then you get mad when something happened to them. So I'm gonna let this video play, and then we gonna get into it. But it's just sad, man. How there's a lot of people that's on this female side. That y'all are murderers, man. And y'all the same ones that crucified Yahweh Shai, man. Straight up, man. Y'all them same ones, man. Y'all not no different. I'm gonna let this video play, and then we gonna go from there.
Scott up there in Memphis, Tennessee, and I've seen everybody's take on Kendra Scott up there in Memphis, Tennessee, and I've seen their opinions. I want to bring a little different scope on it. We know that Kendra Scott's been charged with first-degree unaliving. We know that her daughter, who is 13 years old, possibly lied to the guy. His name is Rodderius Morton. He is no longer here because Kendra, when she got home, she had a weapon in hand. He was under the bed or in the room. He was leaving the house. He packed his stuff to leave the house. She walked outside of the house and put a GSW in his head, in the back of his head. She's wrong. And before anybody comes sideways, I've seen all the little videos that Kendra Scott's daughter made. All those videos that Aria made and acting like she grown, doing grown folk stuff. So I'm pretty sure she probably lied about her age. Yes, there's a lot of pictures that say, you know what, she's young. But I'm led to believe that she lied about her age. I get it. She was angry. Her daughter's out here, got this guy. She's inviting him over. And just for everybody's information, the daughter did invite the guy over. And I'm hearing that she Ubered him over there. Kendra Scott's in jail. That's where she needs to be. She never should have put that bullet in the back of that boy's head. He was leaving. She should have left it at that. She should have called the police and let them handle it. But here's my question. What's the difference between what Kendra Scott did and what happened to Mark Planback II? He was invited over by his girlfriend, who was of age. He was invited over. The parents knew that he came over there. They just didn't like him because he looked like this. Matter of fact, let me remind you of the story. So a brief recap. In the early morning hours of September the 17th, 2025, the police department was called up there in Steger, Illinois. They were called to a residence in the 3000 block of Butler Avenue at around 2:30 a.m. for what was reported as a home invasion. Now, the officers were told that the residents that locked themselves in a room after an unknown male entered that home. Remember that. Now, that so-called unknown male was 23-year-old Mark Anthony Planback II. Mark, he was shot in the back inside the home, and he passed away from that GSW. Now, I agree with the family. Mark was not an intruder. He was in a long-term relationship with a woman who lived in that same house and was well known to everybody inside that house. Now, the person who pulled that trigger, the one that shot him in the back, was his girlfriend's mother, a woman who openly disapproved of the relationship. Along with the father, they openly made it known that they didn't like him. Not because of anything he's done, but how he looked. You see, this woman knew Mark very well. She had previously been his manager for more than 2 years at Chug-a-Lug Bar and Grill, where Mark, her daughter, his girlfriend, and herself all worked together. And Mark was not a stranger. He was not unknown. He was part of their lives, their daily lives. So much so to where he came over often, very often. Everything from here on out is allegedly. Now, this is what I found when I started digging. I found out the mother is Jacqueline Garcia, and her daughter, Mark's girlfriend, is Brianna Rued. As of today, January the 22nd, 2026, no charges have been filed. Now, I'm going to say this, Brianna. If you truly love Mark the way you say you did, you would tell the truth Now, I found out a few more details. Mark, he was in the house with Brianna Ruiz, with his shoes off. He was sitting there chilling with her. That's key, because that shows that he did not break in, let alone as he was getting up to leave out of the door, he was shot in the back and the bullet went through his heart. So looking at both those stories, there is no difference. They both should be locked up. But for some reason, one person is locked up, the other one is not. The other one is out here making fun of, teasing the family, doing all kinds of stuff, the husband and the wife. They're teasing the family, they're making fun of them, all this stuff. As a matter of fact, their comments are still on my posts, making fun and poking fun at the family. And I still believe that Mark was set up. He was coaxed over there. He was lured over there. The same way I'm saying justice needs to happen for the Morton family, it also needs to happen for the Planback family. And when it comes to justice, it shouldn't have no color. But sadly, in today's time, that's what it's about. This right here. Whether we get justice or not. I've seen everybody's take on Kendra Scott up there in Memphis, Tennessee, and I've seen their opinions. I want to bring a little different scope on it. We know that Kendra Scott's been charged with first-degree unaliving. We know that her daughter, who is 13 years old, possibly lied to the guy. His name is Rodderius Morton. He is no longer here because Kendra, when she got home, she had a weapon in hand. He was under the bed or in the room. He was leaving the house. He packed his stuff to leave the house. She walked outside of the house and put a GSW in his head, in the back of his head. She's wrong. And before anybody...
And like he said, man, I'll just let it play again, for people that's coming in and watching. She's wrong, man. She murdered that young man. And there ain't no justifying that. She murdered him. And it's things coming out that he was a special need young man. So he really didn't have it all together in his head. He was in LD classes his whole life. One of the teachers said that. One of his teachers came out and said in high school she was tutoring him and stuff because he was a special need. So, and then the daughter, which is a young slut in training because of her mother, who ain't being a mother, who's not having a father or a man, a man figure, which is somebody who's going to teach right or wrong, who's going to lay authority down in the house or establish some type of discipline in the house because she don't have no order, because ain't no man there, no proper men. She's got mad at the young man and blew him away instead of checking her daughter, getting on her daughter, letting her daughter know, no, you shouldn't be sleeping with any old man. You shouldn't be doing this. You're wrong. And you should have never called the Uber because she Ubered him over there. Allegedly, that's what they said. And got him over there. And then she even came out on the post saying, long live her baby daddy. F her mother. She literally just made a post. Her own daughter is coming against her mother about the whole thing anyway. So, which shows you that the daughter is living a fast life because of her mother. Because guess what? She saw her mother bringing men in and out of the house. None of y'all ain't going to say that, though. None of y'all ain't going to say that. That behavior is trained. She saw her mother doing that. She paid attention to her mother dealing with this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, coming in and out the house. So she did the same thing her mother did. Her mother ain't that old. Was she in her 30s? So guess what? She had her pretty young, right? So she was being a slut, man, already. And she got another daughter, a daughter that's older than her, doing the same thing, with sneaking men in and out of the house, man. So stop all of this. Oh man, it's just, he should have known it. He was wrong. How about the mother? Why y'all don't point these things at the mother? She gave her daughter too much liberty, like the scripture says, and the scripture's gonna tell you otherwise. And y'all like to say, "Oh, she was underage." Man, once they reach their flower, they are young adults and they're hot. They ready to have sex. So if anything, then y'all shouldn't be telling teenagers to have sex then. Y'all shouldn't even be telling no teenagers to have sex, to be safe, giving them condoms. Y'all should stop doing that then. If y'all feel like they still minors, why are y'all telling them to be safe if they do have sex? Why? Why you even teaching them it then? If they still minors? Because you said you ain't supposed to teach minors about this, right? Simple as that, right? So, hey man, this is why a lot of you bad parentings are going to be put to death by the Heavenly Father, man. Simple as that, man. And I'm gonna hit this because she's wicked as hell. This Ecclesiasticus 25 and 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Simple as that, man. All these females are just wicked as hell, man. Females. I ain't talking about women. Because I put a difference between women and regular females. A woman is somebody who's going to be sweet, nice, feminine, in order. She going to have a husband. She ain't going to just be having this dude, this dude, hopping on ride to ride. Where her daughter is seeing that she only going to see one man in the house, which is her father, And if she happened to not have a father because he died, because it is a such thing as widows. You have widows back then. Even in the scriptures it talked about widows, because the father may have died and she may not have got another husband after that, but she still knew her father. And she, or if she didn't get a chance to know her father, the mother was still in some type of order and know how to raise the children correctly. But you don't have that nowadays. And this is why a lot of these young females are running around hot, hopping on ride to ride, and doing all type of manner of wickedness, because it's really wicked to be getting popped by this person, that person, this person. But y'all don't point that out. She got too much liberty. This is Ecclesiastes 25, and I'm going to go start at 24 now. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all died. And a lot of these females is the reason why sin is here. It started with Eve. Eve is the one that brought sin into the earth anyway. So of the woman became the beginning of sin. These females, man, you know, these regular females who like to just be wicked, who like to hop on ride to ride and be out of order and don't have no structure and no order in their life. And guess what? That's going to trickle down to the daughters. It's gonna be the same. They're gonna be just like their mother. They analyzing her. They analyzing everything their mother doing. So they saw her mother with this behavior. Her other daughters. It's because she got not only the 13-year-old. I think she got a 16-year-old daughter. So they both knew this behavior. This ain't nothing. This is trained behavior, man. Simple as that. Verse 25, give the water no passes, neither a wicked woman liberty to gather abroad. And that's the point. They have too much liberty. There's no order, and a lot of these females got this mentality, I don't need no man, F a man, we don't need no man. When men is the ones that establish the orders in the home. It says in 1 Corinthians 11:3, it says, I will have you know that the head of every man is Mashiach, which is Yahweh Shai, who they eagerly call Jesus. He's the head of the man. And the man and the woman, let me just get it real quick. I don't want to butcher it, because I'm butchering it right now. I usually quote this one perfect. This 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Mashiach is the Most High Power God. Simple as that. So without the head, the structure, there's no order. You eliminate the head. And who knew how to do this? The so-called white man, the Edomites. They the reason why it's no heads in the house to this day, because they eliminated the head out the house. And they allowed these females to run the house. And what happened? Now you just got nothing but wickedness. No order, no structure. And you wonder why your daughter is being a slut. And she's all on TikTok showing her body, being fast, lying to a lot of these young men out here about her age, probably, most likely, because she ain't got no care in the world. She doing whatever the hell she want anyway, and she don't have no respect for her own mother anyway. She said F her mother. So I mean, come on, man. Let's be realistic. And y'all want to justify this murder? No, that was wicked. First of all, that's not even a sin into death. It's no sin on that. But y'all want to keep pushing this, man. You know, this is the things y'all want to push and want to say that's okay. Oh, it's okay. All right. The Lord going to show you what's okay and what's not okay. He going to destroy a lot of y'all. And wait till the day of the Lord. I don't give a care about the people who got mess to talk, who got something to say. Y'all going to see the day of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. He's going to destroy y'all ass. Y'all ain't got to listen to me. Y'all ain't got to hear what I got to say, because the final judge is going to come, man. And it's coming very soon. As you can see, look at the world. Look what's happening into the world. All of these natural disasters. These disasters are happening all over the world because the Lord is angry with this wickedness, man. And there's no order being pushed in the earth anymore. So y'all not focusing on that. Y'all focusing on some wickedness. That's all y'all love, is to be wicked. You know? It's Ecclesiasticus 26. And matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 8. A drunker, a drunken woman and a gatherer of brawl causes great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. This is what a lot of these females do. They out here parading their bodies half naked. So who you think these young children are looking at, man? And then they grow up. By the time they reach their flower, they have a period. Now they ready. They hot in the pants. They want to hot rod to rod. They ready to have sex. And they getting their virginity took by this any old degenerate ass nigga who have no sense, no order, no type of structure in his life, no stableness or anything. And then who y'all want to blame? Y'all want to blame these guys instead of blaming them in the damn parent. The parent is the problem. The parents be the problems. Why a lot of these children are out of order. The parents is the problem. Why you got a lot of children beating on elderly adults, and then you got females like this running around like whores, just showing their body off to everybody, and who's watching it? They watch the Cardi B's, the Sexy Reds. They pay attention to that. They analyze it. Like them children that was in that daycare dancing on that Sexy Red song, hands on your knees, hands on your knees. And they not saying the so-called rude speech words. They keep only saying the other words, and then they'll stop, pause the rude speech words, and then they'll say the other words. Why they ain't saying the so-called curse words? Because they know better, which proves that these children ain't as slow as y'all think. They know right from wrong because they pay attention to what's right and what's wrong. Children are analyzing, man. And y'all don't see that. Y'all think, oh, they ain't growing. No, that's why it says, train up a child to the way they will go and they will not depart from it. But y'all don't train y'all children up to be in some type of order. Y'all train them up to be wicked and be evil. And then y'all want to blame these other people instead of blaming the parent. The parent always been the problem. Y'all never do that, man. You know? Let me keep going. It says a drunken woman in a gather for broad causes great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. It says the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. And a lot of these females love to wear them lashes, all of that. And I'm pretty sure her mother pushed that behavior because she ain't nothing but, what, 36 years old? So she's still fairly kind of young, even though she on the old side, because pretty soon she ain't going to be able to have children, because she's too old to have children, which prove that the best bearing age is at a young age. But y'all don't want to even hear that because it's a problem. Everything somebody tell y'all, y'all in y'all feelings. That's why they are to be married off. That's why arranged marriages was way better than this bull crap y'all pushing here in America. That's why a lot of them are whores to this day. You got a lot of your daughters whores. And let me get on these simp ass niggas, man. Y'all soft ass. Y'all are a problem, man. Y'all allow these females to rule the house. Y'all don't put no structure down. Y'all don't put y'all foot down. And y'all allow them to run the house like they the leader when you supposed to be the leader. Man, it's completely this madness, man. You soft dudes, man. And y'all teach y'all daughter this bull crap that some dude is just supposed to be serving a damn female, and that's not true. They supposed to serve the man and learn how to be in order and loving to a man. And guess what the man gonna do? He's gonna do what he have to do. He's gonna take care of her and whatever, you know. But she gotta be in order. She gotta be a helpmeet. Y'all don't create them to be helpmeets. Y'all create them to be sluts and get handouts. That's it. You just supposed to hand out everything to these females, man. Man, yeah, all right. Man, the Lord about to show otherwise. Wait until he returns. Y'all gonna see. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Exactly. Like I said, she had too much liberty. She had too much freedom. And y'all love to say, oh man, children need to have some type of freedom. You can't be doing this. You just whooping them. You can't whoop your children. Don't do this. Oh my God. No, but then when you don't do these things, look at the behavior. It comes later because they never been corrected then. See, when you correct this behavior early, then they don't grow up to be worse later. They learn how to withhold themselves from stuff. Now they know how to actually use their mind, use their brain, brain to do certain things. They're being rational thinkers. They ain't being irrational thinkers. They know how to, you know what, I can't do that, mom. I need to wait. I should wait. I should save my body for a man um that's going to bring some type of value to us, and I should bring value to his life. I should be his helpmeet. You know, all of it. It should be order. But if that's not being taught, and you're just teaching wickedness, guess what's going to happen? More wickedness on top of wickedness. And then this is what you're going to get: evilness, maliciousness, out of orderness, devilish. That's all you seeing in the world, man. Well, let me get that scripture. It talk about a daughter come in the house with child. You know, it's a scripture that's a shame to a father, that a daughter is in the house with child, man, at her young age, man. That's a shame to that father. That shows that he didn't do his job right. You know, that's why you so have to put your foot down, man. You men out there, y'all don't put y'all foot down, man. Because let me get this real quick before I get it. Cause this is what a lot of these females do, man. You know, this is Proverbs 14. And I ain't talking about the women out there, the women that know how to learn some order. Because like I said, I separate them. You know, instead of calling them the B word all the time. You know, because I try to not say so much rude speech when I'm teaching. I try to you know, be more seasoned with salt, man. You know, you want to teach a little more. You don't have to always use rude speech to get your point across. You know, sometimes you know, it may come out. You know, however it come out. You know, but you know, the hell with what people think anyway. I don't really give a damn what people think. It's about the message that's coming out, and the message is correct. This is Proverbs 14:1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. And that's what a lot of these foolish females do, man. They pluck down the house with their hands, with their pride. They don't want to listen. But a wise woman, she gonna build the house and keep something in order. She gonna have order in the house. So just in case she do leave her children at home and they may be by themselves, they got some type of order in the house, man. It ain't a lot of wickedness going on and all of that, man. You know. But like I said, man, it's nothing but wickedness being pushed in the world right now because it's no order, man, and nobody's being corrected. All they want to do is point the finger at this dude Romance, you know, instead of pointing the finger at this wicked ass mother who shot him in the head, man. Bogus as hell, wicked as hell, goofy as hell. Simple as that, man. Let me go on here. It is a shame for thy daughter to have child in the father's house. KJV Apocrypha. Let me get that, man. Cause y'all don't know the scriptures, man. Obviously, y'all don't know the scriptures. Y'all don't read. Y'all don't want to learn. Y'all don't want to know the scriptures anyway. Y'all don't want to know order. You know, y'all all about out of orderness. But y'all want to push everything that is off and wicked as hell right. Like this is right. But okay. So this is Ecclesiasticus 42. I'm gonna start at 9. I'm gonna start at 9 because that's perfect way to start. It says the father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, and the care for her taketh away sleep. Because we all know daughters are quicker to get out of order. They get fast by the time they reach they puberty. They fast. They reach that flower. They had that period. At the age of 13, 14, maybe 15. That's when they usually reach their flower. If they reaching their flower under that age, it's not natural. And I could look it up. I googled it. It's unnatural. So don't sit there and try to push that on us and say, "Oh, we promoting that stuff." We ain't promoting none of it. We just teaching you the truth. We're not promoting nobody to talk to no underage woman. Underage women, we tell y'all to get with a woman that's of age in your state, man. That is of the legal age. Here in Illinois, is 17 and up. If she ain't 17 and up, you shouldn't be talking to her. You shouldn't be talking to no one under 17. Simple as that. You should be talking to a young woman 17 and up, man, because that's the legal age here in Illinois. The age of consent, man. And you can look it up. If you think I'm lying, look it up. Do research. But we would never tell nobody to talk to no woman under them ages, man. You know? So don't try to push that on us. We We ain't with all that. Don't try to do all that. But but by the time they do reach their flower, what happens? They hot in the pants. They ready to have sex. You know, they looking at well, y'all want to say boys. They looking at young men. You know, they seeing how young men look. They looking at their physical physique, and what you think they ready to do? They ready to have sex, man. Straight up. That's just what it is, man. When I was 13, I dealt with a 17-year-old, and I'm just keeping it real. You know, simple as that. So I mean, come on, man. What are y'all saying? Like y'all never did this y'all self? You know, this is the problem with y'all, man. Y'all a bunch of hypocrites. To be honest, it says, "Taketh away sleep, when she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age, and being married, which is sex, because sex is marriage, lest she should be hated in her virginity, lest she should be defiled and gotten with child in her father's house, and having an husband, lest she should misbehave herself, and when she is married, lest she should be barren." Exactly, man. So that's completely out of order, man. You know, she getting with child in the house at a very young age. You know, what's gonna happen? The father is looked at like, damn, what you been doing? What did you do? They never look at the mother. They only look if the father in the house and this happened. They gonna look at the father, man. They don't look at the mother about this thing. They don't blame the mother. Oh, she was doing what she can. She did all she can to be a good woman. She did all she can to be a good mother. That's what y'all always say. But y'all never look at the behavior that she was already pushing around her own daughter. Y'all never look at that. But you know, y'all want to say and push out this analogy when it's the father, he just the wrong. Cause that's who they look at only as wrong. It's the father. They never say nothing about these mothers. They never do. They justify these mothers. They allow these mothers to be whores and sluts. You know, they don't show no compassion when it comes to the father. Even like let's say he working and he doing all he can. He's still to be blamed. Just blame the man. Blame the man. The man never get, any justification, man. He just the horriblest thing on the planet, especially a so-called black man. If you're a so-called black man, you're gonna look at it as the bottom of the barrel. The bottom of the barrel, man. They don't say nothing about these Edomite men who be having sex with their own daughters. You know, yeah, they don't say nothing about that. They don't push, cause I knew through my son's mother, a friend she used to have. I ain't gonna say her name. Her father molested her, and guess what? He was still living in the house. They said he had to he can't be in this particular quarters in the house. He only could be in this particular quarters in the house. When he was on probation, they put him on probation, and he molested his own daughter, man. His own daughter when she was young, and he was only on probation. They put him on probation, and only separated him in a certain part of the house. And he didn't get locked up in no jail time, man. But when it comes to a so-called black man, he get thrown under the bus, man. And it be a lot of you niggas that do it to your own people, man. That's why I hate you niggas, man. I hate y'all niggas. Y'all ain't nothing but the devil, man. Y'all are against your own people, man. Y'all don't never have nothing to say, man. That shit is wicked, man. And the Lord gonna destroy a lot of you niggas, man. 2/3 of you niggas are gonna die by the hands of the Lord, man. Y'all don't got nothing to say about these damn devils, these crackers, when they be doing their wickedness, man. When them Epstein files came down, y'all had nothing to say. Y'all still don't got nothing to say, but y'all want to party and turn up. But when it happened to a Israelite, a Jake, a so-called black man, y'all hate him. Y'all say he deserved to get murdered. Fuck you niggas. Excuse my French, man. It's just vexing, man. Cause a bunch of y'all are hypocrites, man. And y'all have nothing to say, man. And shalom to brothers that popping in, man. Shalom. It's just wicked, man. It's just vexing. Never no type of no type of anything, man. The man just get thrown. Forget our people, man. We just man, tired of this stuff, man. This stuff is just getting out of hand, and I can't wait till the Lord destroy 2/3 of our people, man. Cause y'all gotta go, man. Y'all just gotta go. Y'all only good for the fire that's about to come in the midst of World War III, man. That's all y'all good for. Nothing more, nothing less, man. Y'all just deserve to get destroyed, man. You know, y'all love justifying this stuff, man. Let me get that scripture. So is the mother as the daughter. As the mother, so is the daughter. Cause like I said, man, she acting just like her mother, man. But she don't get no type of you know, no type of ridicule, none. All she get is she did all she can. She did all she can, man. Y'all love pampering these wicked demonic females, man. But y'all never have nothing to say when they're wrong. She was completely wrong. But let it be a man. He this, he that. He evil. He deserved to be put to death. He deserved to be under the jail. But y'all don't have nothing to say about the so-called white man. Y'all love the so-called white man, though. Y'all love them Edomites. Because when them Edomites be touching on their own children, having sex with dogs and all that, y'all have nothing to say. Oh, it's just, man, y'all already know they just sick. That's just how they is. That's it, man. They just how they is, man. They just sick. But y'all don't never have nothing to say like they should get put to death. They should get thrown into jail. Y'all don't say none of that. And they put your own people to death all the time. Freely. I hate you niggas, man. Y'all the worst thing on the damn planet. 2/3 of our own people, man. Y'all the ones who murdered Yahushua, who y'all eagerly call Jesus Christ. Y'all the ones who murdered him, man. Y'all said let the blood be on our children, man. Y'all the ones who put him to death. Y'all said crucify him. Y'all don't believe in reincarnation, but y'all was there back then. And the Lord is going to make y'all remember all of that, what y'all did. And every past life y'all had, y'all going to remember every goddamn thing. Watch. The Lord going to bring every memory back. You know? Get out of here. Shut your dumb ass up. I hate niggas. That's why I'm saying another nigga. Just shut up, man. This is Ezekiel 16 and 44. Behold, everyone that uses this proverb shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter. That's what she learned that from her wicked ass mother, sleeping with multiple men and bringing them in and out of the house. And she gonna be destroyed, man. And her daughters are gonna be made an example of. Watch. The scripture says that she played the harlot a long time ago. She been playing the harlot. You know. If you with me, my apology, man. I'm just seeing certain comments, man. You know. Let me go and get this scripture, if that's the case, man. But hey, man, you need to be about Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and what's right, what these scriptures says, man. Because the scriptures is right. Not what people say, not what people think, how people feel. The scriptures is right. The Most High is right. Simple as that. You know? Uh, Let me get that. This is Ecclesiasticus 23 and 22. Thus shall it go also with the wife that leaveth her husband and bring in heir by another. That means bringing in other children by another man. Because this is what this slut walk. Y'all love to talk about this slut walk, right? These females doing all of this wickedness, talking about a slut walk, doing all of that evilness, and it come from that Emma Rose, that demonic demon, that wicked demonic devil. You know, and she wrong, man. It says, for first, she have disobeyed the law of the Most High. And secondly, she have trespassed against her own husband. And thirdly, she had played the whore and an adulteress and brung in children by another man. And a lot of these females, they got all these different baby fathers. I know a female, particular female right now, she got 6 children by 6 different dudes, bro. This the foul wicked. And another one that got 5 children by 5 different dudes, man. And they have everything in the book to try to justify themselves. They never wrong. They never want to take accountability, man. Never. Just wicked as hell, like they ain't the problem. And the one who have the 6 children, she talked to her daughters and her son like they ain't shit. Called her daughter at the time, I think she probably like 12, 13 now, and her son like 14, 15 now. She was calling them when they was younger than that, calling her daughter bitches and sluts, calling her a whore when she's the whore, calling her son a gay. He gonna grow up and be a faggot. You know, bundles of sticks. Let me sound her face, because that's what faggot mean, a bundle of sticks. So she calling him that. She disrespecting her own children, talking to them like they ain't nothing. I'm a witness to it. How she was just treating her own children, man. Talking down to them, destroying their confidence. So what you think they're gonna end up doing? What you think they're doing? She gonna become a whore. She gonna look for validation from a man. She gonna look for that validation from a man. Simple as that. You know? Cause she gonna want to feel wanted. Her mother didn't show her love and attention and care. She talked about her and disrespected her. Her son, he gonna be looking to attack anybody that got something to say to him, cause he gonna be very impulsive. He ain't gonna know how to control his emotions. So anybody that got something to say to him, he ready to fight. He might end up becoming a homosexual, a violent affection, or he might just become a murderer. And these females is the reason why they become this, man. Let me keep going, because I'm going to be closing this in a minute. I got things to handle. She shall be brought out into the congregation, and an inquisition should be made of her children. An inquisition means an example. They're going to get put to death, man. You know? So, hey, man, a lot of these children that these females have, they're going to be put to death anyway. Unless they get right with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because by the time they hit puberty, their sins is on them now. When a young man turns 12 years old, his sins is on him now. The parents can't cover his sins no more. The same with a daughter. By the time she reach her flower, she can't cover her own sins no more. She got to pray to the Most High herself. She got to get right with the Lord herself. You know, so if the Lord see favor in them and happen to show some type of mercy on them because they found out about the truth and they get right with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to the best of their ability, you know, then that's otherwise. Then the Lord will say otherwise. But if they still underage, the ones that still underage, they're going to be put to death because their mother is wicked as hell, man. Their mother is wicked as hell. And y'all never say nothing about these wicked ass mothers who raise the degenerate ass children, man. Like that 12-year-old little nigga who got shot by that dude when he was jumping that dude. He was one of the dudes jumping. They was jumping that man, beating him up, stomping him out. And he happened to finally get up and pop one of their ass, and it happened to be a 12-year-old boy. And now everybody say he wasn't a bad child. He was right in the midst of it and doing wickedness. Let me keep going. It says, her children should not take root, and her branches should not bring forth no fruit. She shall leave her memory to be cursed, and her reproach should not be blotted out. Simple as that. Simple as that, man. Her reproach is not going to be blotted out, man. You know, this is the problem, and our own people, you know, is out of order, man. They never want to listen when it comes to these scriptures. They don't want to hear it. They always got something to say. They don't. A lot of our people don't even want to hear the Bible because a lot of them got conditioned by the so-called white man to hate this book and follow Christianity because they never read the Bible. The Bible talk about our people and how we the ones who are on the bottom right now. Why? Because we sinned against the Most High. And eventually he coming for his elect, and he's going to put the so-called white man in slavery and the other nations that helped him, according to this Bible. But y'all don't want to read that and learn that. Y'all don't want to learn anything. Y'all just want this devil to keep ruling over you, who want to microchip all y'all ass anyway. He don't want you to have children anyway. That's why he created Planned Parenthood. To keep putting your children to death. He don't want no fruit to come into this world. He brings nothing but death. All your food is polluted and poison. Your water is poison. Your minds are poison. Everything is poison and polluted. Because it is devil. And y'all don't want to hear the truth. When you got men like us trying to stand up for y'all ass, to get the blood off our hands, letting y'all know the truth. Because we're warning y'all to get right. And y'all don't want to hear it. Y'all want to do whatever the hell y'all want to do. Instead of coming right to your how about Shemi Abshai, getting right with the Heavenly Father and learning who you are, that you are Israelite. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And come back to your heritage. We got a heritage. We got a culture. Black culture is demonic culture. That ain't no culture. That's wickedness. Black means evil, smuggy, and dirty. And bad attitudes. That's what black mean, man. And white means good, pure, and nice. Why you think they started calling themselves white in 1692? When they first started classifying themselves as white. But y'all don't do no history. Y'all don't look up nothing. Let me keep reading. And they that remain should know that there is nothing better than the fear of the Lord Yahweh, and there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandments of the Lord Yahweh. So, because that's the best thing to go. That's the best route to go. Come back to the Heavenly Father and learn this truth. You know? Yes, it does mean it. As a matter of fact, I'm about to show you what black means. Since this female came on here, so she's so political and smart, and she's so intelligent. She thinks I'm about to show her what black really means, because we gonna get the real definition. Because y'all don't do no research. Y'all don't go back to old definitions or nothing. Y'all just go off what people tell you. And somebody could tell you that the sky is purple and you'll believe it. You know, and they'll tell you anything, man. Let me see if I can find it. Did I ever send that picture to me? Nope, I didn't send it to me. Maybe I can real quick. Send it to me real quick. I'm gonna have to give me 1 second on this live stream. Just give me 1 second. I'm about to pause this real quick, send this picture so I can show up what black really means. The water soon. Never mind. We got it. Well, I think got that line in it. I don't need that line in it. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. It's all good, son. They got that line in it. Give me 1 second. Okay, I don't want that line in it. I'm about to send it real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm on my other phone. I had to stop, put my other live stream on pause real quick, since we got somebody on the other comic board. All right, I'm back. Salakia, and the ones who watching, I'm still here. I'm gonna be leaving in a minute, but not quite yet. So this is what black really means. Since you so educated, since you so educated. Since you so educated, that ain't what it means. It says black, an adjective, opposite of white, dirty, messy, without light, darkness, illegit, dim, smuggy. It says bad tempered, angry, horrible, grotesque, unlucky, unhappy, depressed. Man, come on, man. But I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about, but you know what you're talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about, but this is the old definition of black. But you want to keep calling yourself black. Go ahead. When we're brown, we ain't have my skin. This is black, dumbass. This is black. This is brown skin. I'm brown, nigga. Dumbass. You don't know what you're talking about. Just shut your fucking mouth, man. Shut the fuck up. Damn, man, you stupid, man. We're not black. Then and here go white, opposite, adjective, color of milk, free, snow, innocent, um, unstained, pure, um, calling themselves pure. Um, it says without bloodshed. They don't have bloodshed, man. It says without bloodshed. Did not the so-called white man shedded our blood and murdered our people, you know, and put us to death? They favorable, honorable. That's what they supposed to be, the honorable people. But you don't know what you're talking about. But you got so much to say, you know. You got so much to say, man. You so-called black female. You want to be black? You right. You an evil, demonic ass bitch. That's what you are. You want to be black? Go ahead, be black. Let me put it on this camera too. Let the educated people learn how to read. Matter of fact, let the educated people learn how to read. You tell me this ain't what black look at that. Let the people that got education read, man. Cause she's slow. She don't have no type of education. She don't even know how to read. She don't even know how to read, man. Let me do this with this one too, man. She don't know how to read. She slow, man. She a dummy. She retarded. She a goofy. You know, she just love to talk. She want to hear herself talk. You know, but you know they want to keep calling themselves black. You want to be black. That's what you want to be. You want to be evil. You want to just be a demonic. That's why the Lord going to destroy a lot of y'all, man. Because we're not fucking black, man. You know, you know, tired of these stupid ass people, man. You know, that's why the Lord is destroying a lot of our people, man. 2/3 of our people, man. Y'all gonna keep getting put to death, man. Cause y'all don't want to listen. Y'all want to be hard headed. Y'all got so much mouth. Got so much mouth. Got so much to say. So much. This guy. But you want to keep calling yourself. Go ahead, man. Keep calling yourself black. You don't have to be called a Hebrew Israelite, and it's 12 tribes in Israel. It ain't just one tribe. It's 12 tribes in Israel, man. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And it's Yasharala. If you want to be correct, we are Yasharala, Yasharalians. You know, in the pure Hebrew. But y'all don't know nothing, man. Y'all some clowns, man. That's why I don't be wasting my time. That you got me, saying all this. I gotta cuss something. Sometimes you gotta cuss a person out, man, and tell them, man, they just slow, man. That's why, yeah, man, perfect scripture. I will laugh at your calamity. I will also, that's Proverbs 1:26. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Exactly, man. The Lord gonna laugh at y'all, and cause a lot of y'all is just silly, man. Y'all silly. Y'all silly as hell, man. Our own people, bro. They just silly, man. Y'all don't know understand righteous judgment. Y'all don't understand anything, man. Y'all just dumb. This is Jeremiah 4:22. It says, "For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children." Sottish means stupid. A lot of y'all is just stupid. You study, keep calling yourself black when this is black, man. But my skin is brown. But you want to be black. Okay. Go on here, keep believing what the so-called white man tell you. Keep believing what these Edomites told you. The devil really got y'all mind stupid, man. A lot of y'all are just stupid, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. When it comes to anything with some knowledge, some understanding, wisdom, y'all have no knowledge, man. Y'all just out this all over the place, man. And that's why y'all don't want to put want to tell that lady that she was wrong for murdering that young man. She was wrong. But y'all ain't gonna say that because a lot of y'all are unrighteous. Y'all wicked. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is gonna destroy y'all, man. Because y'all unjust. Just like how y'all did Yahweh Shai. Y'all some unjust bastards, man. And 2/3, man. 2/3 of y'all, man. Y'all gotta go, man. You know. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua got it coming for y'all ass, man. Y'all gonna see the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Y'all already seeing the wrath. He already wrecking this place. He already wrecking this place. you know. But y'all really gonna see it when he cracked them clouds. When Yahweh Shai coming through them clouds, man. Y'all gonna see it, man. You know? And then y'all gonna be horribly afraid because y'all didn't listen. Y'all was hard headed. Y'all wanted to follow what y'all wanted to follow. Y'all wanted to do what y'all wanted to do. Y'all wanted to say what y'all wanted to say. Y'all didn't want to follow any type of order, you know. And when we try to tell y'all right, every time we try to tell y'all people right, y'all got so much stuff to say, man, with no knowledge at all. The scripture says, let me get this, man. This second time Timothy's 2:15. It says, study to show thyself approved unto the most high power God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. And when you go into that rightly dividing, it means directly and correctly. Learning this truth directly and correctly. Teaching it righteously. Letting people know what's right and what's wrong. That's what a real judge would do. Oh, God can't judge me. Yeah, okay. But this is this right here. This is First Corinthians 2:15. But he that is spiritual judges all things, yet himself is judged of no man. A spiritual man gonna judge all things correctly. He's gonna dissect it. He's not gonna go off one side of the story. Like the lady when the lady was lying about that was her child, right? Solomon said, "Oh, what you know what we gonna do? We gonna cut this child in half and give one half to the one lady and the other half to the other." He knew who the real mother was because the real mother said, "Just give her the child. Just let her have the child." He knew that was the real mother. He knew that other lady wasn't the real mother because of that. Because the real mother, instead of her letting her child getting cut in half, she said, "Just give her the child, man. She stole my child. Just give it to her." Just give her my child, cause she didn't want her child to get put. Even though Solomon wasn't gonna do that, he was testing to see. And guess what? He knew that other lady got punished for that, for lying, man, saying that was her child. That's what a righteous judge gonna do. He's gonna dissect the whole thing. He ain't gonna just point his finger at one person like you niggas do, man. You niggas don't have no understanding, man. You know. Exactly, man. These people are, man, just always got something to say, man. Scoffing, talking mess. This is why a lot of y'all are not going to be favored in that day when the Lord come back, man, and He rain this wrath all over the earth. Right now, it's small. It ain't really on the high scale because you can still go to the store. You can still get your blunts, because a lot of y'all love to smoke. You can still go get your drink. You can still party and turn up. You can still do all of this wickedness, man. Shake y'all ass, riot it, all of that, man. Having fun, partying, and turning up. Ain't nothing really happening fully yet. But when that judgment come, that's when y'all gonna be looking for men like us. And it's gonna be too damn late. It's gonna be too damn late. Too damn late, man. You know? Let me get this Matthew 24 and 36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the day of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. A lot of y'all are going to be destroyed, man. Simple as that. If you don't get right with your how about Shem Yahushua and learn who the hell you are and rehearse the righteous acts, because we ain't gonna be perfect in the law. We're not here to be perfect in the law. We here to be perfect in Yahweh Shai, following His footsteps to the best of our ability, because that's all we got. We don't have nothing else. We only got Yahweh Shai. Everything else, man. Here, Man, this is man the law. We can't keep the law here. This place too damn defiled, and you got wicked people like this who justify that whatever Scott, what's her name? Let me get her name again. Whatever her name, Scott. Y'all, you got people like that justify that stuff. And oh, it's okay. It was okay for her to shoot him in the back of the head. She was right. Man, all right. No, that was wicked. She was wrong. She was wrong as hell, and nothing was right about that. She was not right at all.
Up there in Memphis, Tennessee, and I've seen their opinions.
What's her name?
I've seen everybody's take on Kendra Scott.
Kendra Scott. And, y'all want to justify Kendra Scott when she's a murderer. She deserved to be in that jail cell. She deserved to rot in that motherfucker. And she deserved to get put to death because she's a murderer. Nothing right about that, man. If y'all knew the scriptures, you would raise your children right, but y'all don't raise your own children right. And y'all get mad and point the finger like, it's this person, that person, when it's nothing but the goddamn parents. That's why a lot of these children are disobedient to parents. They don't listen. And it said in the last days they was going to be doing this, man. It was going to be a lot of wickedness going on, homosexuality, all of this, man. The Lord is sick of you niggas, man. Y'all push everything wicked and think it's right. Y'all some evil ass niggas, man. Y'all evil as hell, man. Ain't no if you are who your father is, it don't have nothing to do with skin color, man. It's whatever your father is. We are scattered to the four corners of the earth. I just want to say this because I'm gonna be closing this in a minute. You know, we are scattered to the four corners of the earth, man. A lot of us had sex with white women, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American men. They had sex with white women. They had sex with Chinese women, and they had all type of different nation women. We dealt with them all, and a lot of them. That's why you see on so-called what you would call a Chinese. He got all that flavor and salt, talking like a so-called black man. He did smooth as hell like Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan, and then because their father was most likely one of them people. Um, I got brothers that look like so-called white men in our camp right now. We got a brother named Nadazakia. You know, he looked like a so-called white man. His daddy is so-called Mexican. You know, and he's teaching and doing the work, and they call him a white boy. We got another brother named Yasharala, and he looked like he could favor and pass for a so-called white man. Um, he doing the work. It's not about skin color. It's about the bloodline. If your spirit bear witness with our spirit. Let me get this real quick. This is Romans 8:16, and it says, the spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the most high power God. So if your spirit is bearing witness with this, then you most likely an Israelite through the seed line of your father. Because you could be Irish. I don't know if you Irish or Sicilian. A lot of, because we was the real Irish and the real Sicilians. If you go back to that history, we was over there in them lands. We was running Europe in the dark ages. So a lot of us may look like these other nations, but that's us. That's why you got so-called Chinese or Japanese rapping raw as hell, dancing raw as hell, because they are people. We the salt of the earth. We the ones that make the earth go round. So if you feel that in your spirit, you most likely an Israelite, man. Yeah, and if you resonate with this, you should subscribe and keep listening and following and getting right, with the Most High to the best of your ability. And learn these scriptures. I might start going over scriptures in that dynamic again for people that's listening and learning, man. Because we never know who's really listening in these comments. That's why I tell brothers, just don't delete the comments. It was one of my brothers was deleting my comment. I'm like, just let the comments stay. Because we don't know who's actually listening, who actually believe, man. Because it's a lot of us became Gentiles, man. We start following after these customs, following after the so-called white man customs, and doing all type of manner of wickedness, man, because we was going off, you know. This is Jeremiah 10:1. Hear ye the words which the Lord Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them. So we learned the ways of the heathens, and the Lord told us not to learn the way of the heathen. A lot, if you go back to Nehemiah, um, in the book of Nehemiah, a lot of the children was learning from their mothers, and most of them was Moabites, Ammonites. Matter of fact, I can go to it. I'm gonna go to it real quick because for time's sake, I gotta hurry up, man. I gotta close this. But I'm gonna do it for time's sake for that brother who listening, man, because he most likely you're an Israelite, man. And it's no way in hell you just believe in this and you're not an Israelite. You know, you got to be an Israelite. This Nehemiah 13. I'm gonna start at 22. I commanded the Levites that they should cleanse themselves and that they should come and keep the gates to sanctify it. To sanctify the Sabbath day. Remember me, O my most high power God, concerning this also, and spread me according to the greatness of the mercy. In those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab. So they married these women of the other nations. Ammon is the so-called Japanese. Moab is the so-called Chinese. So those are the so-called Japanese and Chinese um, to this day. They know that they do. The Chinese know that they are the biblical Moabites, and the Japanese know that they are the biblical Ammonites. They know this in their history. You can actually go in their history, and they know exactly who the hell they are in the Bible. They know this. And the Ashdods, man, they know this, man. They know who they really are. These Koreans and all of them, they know who they are because they actually know their history. We the only ones who don't know our history. You know, well, I know my history now because the Lord gave it to me. If it wasn't for the Most High, I wouldn't know shit. He revealed the secrets to me. Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing but revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. If he didn't reveal these secrets to me, the Lord God, the Lord Yahweh, Most High Power God, didn't reveal these secrets to me, I wouldn't know anything. The water called aloud Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which means all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know. But I'm going to keep reading. And their children spoke half in the speech of Ashdod and could not speak in the Jews' languages. Why they couldn't speak in their own language? Because they was following and listening to their mothers. The fathers wasn't putting order in the house, like I was talking about before. If it is fathers in the house, you got to establish that order. If you ain't establishing order in the house, you out of order, nigga. Simple as that. You got to establish order. So let me keep going. But according to the language of each people. So they learn all these other languages, but they don't know their own languages, which is being a Hebrew Israelite. They don't know their biblical language. So this which shows you that we was messing with them other nation women. But a lot of times they'll leave the children with these other nation women instead of putting order in the house and letting them females know, hey, you need to teach my child how to speak Hebrew. They shouldn't be speaking these other languages. They're allowing them this to raise them any old type of way. So what did Nehemiah do? And I contended with them and cursed them, like you motherfucker, beating their ass, and smoked certain of them and plucked out their hair. He was whooping their ass and made them swear by the Most High Power God, saying, ye should not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters into your sons, or for yourselves. Because the only reason why, because if they following them other customs and not following their own languages, because you could deal with other nation women, but you have to establish that order. She needs to know that our children need to be learning our languages, because they are children. You are who your father is. The bloodline goes through the father, which I'm about to get. Numbers 1 and 18. This is Numbers 1 and 18. It says, and they assembled the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigree, which is your lineage, after their families by the house of their fathers. according to the numbers of the names for 20 years old and upward by their polls. So you are who your father is. You read through all of this. And it talk about in Job 8 and 8, the search of your fathers, because you are who your father is. This is Job 8 and 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the formal age, and prepare themselves to the search of their fathers. So yeah, man, I just kind of went a little off topic what I was going into, just for that brother, man, on the comment board who believe. Because like I said, man, it's not a color thing. It don't have nothing to do with color. It's a bloodline thing. We are the Hebrew Israelites by bloodline. This is our heritage through the seed of our father. Remember in Exodus, if you read Exodus 1 and 15, they tried to kill off the men child. Why they tried to kill off all the men child and keep the women child? Because they know they could populate with them women. They could populate with them women when they grow up. They can have seed with them. But with the men, they know it carry on our bloodline. But the Lord wasn't having it. Just go to Exodus and read that. Why they want to kill off the men? They still want to kill us off to this day. They still want to kill us off to this day, man. You know? But I'm about to close this, like I said, man, because I got to go. It's already 7:31. So, read that Exodus chapter 1. You could just read the whole chapter. And it's going to show you how they try to kill off all the men like they doing right now to this day, man. They want to kill us off, man, because they know the seed go through the men. Why you think the so-called white man want to populate so bad? Because they know that they're losing, and we're populating with everybody right now, and their women is loving us. They getting tired of they cracker ass, you know. So man, hey man, keep doing y'all thing. Hey, the water, hey, Shalom, the water bar, man. I see you, man. You on the comment board, you pushing, man. The water, edifying and stuff, man. Putting them scriptures up, man. Call aloud, y'all, about Shemar Shai. And man, for all, hey, man, keep doing your thing, man. You pushing them scriptures, man. Let them know, man. Let them know. But I'm about to close this, man. I'm about to close it, man. Call aloud, y'all, about Shema Shah for all that. So I'm going to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work. And a few sisters that are listening and learning and being obedient to their husbands. They keep pushing and doing the work, man. We almost out of this place. And, hey, man, let's just keep pushing the correct doctrine and exposing these wicked people, man, through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because we almost out of here, man. This is the last ride, man. We ain't going to have to deal with this no more. We almost done with this. This slavery, this hell, it's almost over with, man. Shalom Barakathum and a Bible ball.